What's up, guys? My name is Jasmine, and in today's video I'm going to share with you about Yaffo or Jaffa. So, you know the story of Simon Peter or Simon the Tanner, Jonah, Dorcas, and of course King Solomon. Those are the facts that I'm going to share with you, and it all happened in a beautiful port, and now it's majestic place called Yaffo. Now come in and we will watch it together. Jaffa, in Hebrew Yaffo, and in Arabic Yaffa, and also called Jaffa or Jaffa, the southern and oldest part of Tel Aviv. Yaffo is an ancient port city in Israel. Jaffa is famous for its association with the biblical stories of Jonah, Solomon, and Saint Peter, as well as the mythological story of Andromeda and Perseus, and later for its oranges. The town was mentioned in Egyptian sources and the Amarna letters as Yaffo. Mythological says that it is named for Japhet, one of the sons of Noah, the one who built it after the flood. The Hellenist tradition links the name to Eupeia or Cassiopeia, mother of Andromeda. An outcropping of rocks near the harbor is reputed to have been the place where Andromeda was rescued by Perseus. Pliny the Elder associated the name with Iopa, daughter of Aeolus, god of the wind. The medieval Arab geographer Al-Muqaddasi referred to it as Yaffa. Ancient Jaffa, according to history, was built on a 40-meter or 130 feet high ridge with a broad view of the coastline, giving it a strategic importance in military history. The tale of Jaffa, created through the accumulation of debris and landfill over the centuries, made the hill even higher. In the Middle Bronze Age, the city as such was established at the late around 1800 BCE. Late Bronze Age, Jaffa is mentioned in ancient Egyptian letter, the story of taking of Jaffa, and Pharaoh Thutmose III, whose general duty hid Egyptian soldiers in sacks carried by pack animals and sent them camouflaged as tribute into the Canaanite city, where the soldiers emerged and conquered it. The story predates the story of the Trojan horse as told by Homer by at least 2 centuries. The city is also mentioned in the Amarna letters under its Egyptian named Yaffo. The city was under Egyptian rule until around 800 BCE. Hebrew Bible conquest to return from Babylon. Jaffa is mentioned 4 times in the Hebrew Bible as a city opposite the territory given to the Hebrew tribe of Jan, according to Joshua 19:46, as port of entry for the cedars of Lebanon for Solomon's temple, according to Chronicles 2:16, as the place whence the prophet Jonah embarked for Tarshish, Jonah 1:3, and again as port of entry for the cedars of Lebanon for the second temple of Jerusalem, Ezra 3:7. Jaffa is mentioned in the book of Joshua as the territorial border of the tribe of Dan, hence the modern term Gush Dan for the center of the coastal plain. The tribe of Dan did not manage to dislocate the Philistines from Jaffa, but many descendants of Dan lived along the coast and earned their living from shipmaking and sailing. In the Song of Deborah, the prophetess asks why the Dan dwell in ships. After Canaanite and Philistine dominion, King David and his son, King Solomon, conquered Jaffa and used its port to bring the cedars used in the construction of the first temple from Tyre. At some point following the death of Solomon, Jaffa returned to Philistine control because in the late 8th century BC, Neo-Assyrian's Emperor Sennacherib recorded conquering and Jaffa from its sovereign, the Philistine king of Ashkelon. In 701 BCE, in the days of King Hezekiah, Sennacherib, king of Assyria, invaded the region from Jaffa. After a period of Babylonian occupation under Persian rule, Jaffa was governed by Phoenicians from Tyre. In Hellenistic to Byzantine periods, Alexander the Great's troops were stationed in Jaffa, became a port city of the Seleucid Empire until it was taken over by the Maccabees. During the First Jewish-Roman War, Jaffa was captured and burned by Cassius Gallus. The Roman historian Josephus writes the 8,400 inhabitants were massacred. Pirates operating from the rebuilt port incurred the wrath of Vespasian, who razed the city and erected a citadel in its place, installing a Roman garrison there. The New Testament account of St. Peter bringing back to life the widow Dorcas, recorded in Acts of the Apostles 9:36-42, takes place in Jaffa, then called in Greek as Joppa. Acts 10:10-23 relates that while Peter was in Jaffa, he had a vision of a large ship filled with clean and unclean animals being lowered from heaven, together with a message from the Holy Spirit telling him to accompany several messengers to Cornelius in Caesarea Maritima, now is in Caesarea. Peter retells the story of his vision in Acts 11:4-17, explaining how he had come to preach Christianity to the Gentiles. In Midrash Tanim, in Deuteronomy 33:19, reference is made to Joshua ben Halafta traveling through Jaffa in the 2nd century. Jaffa seems to have attracted serious Jewish scholars in the 4th and 15th century. The Jerusalem Talmud and in Pesakim chapter 1, the Babylonian Talmud in Megillah, the Pesikta Rabati mentions several streets and alleys of the Jaffa flea market area named after these scholars. During the 1st century of Christianity, Jaffa was a fairly unimportant Roman and Byzantine locality, which only in the 5th century became a bishopric. A very small number of its Greek or Latin bishops are known. Early Islamic period, 636, Jaffa was conquered by Arabs under Islamic rule. It served as a port of Ramla, then a provincial capital. Crusader period, Ayyubid period, Jaffa was captured in 1099. Also in Mamluk period in 1928. Also in the Ottoman period in 1515. So that's the story of Jaffa. Also the British Mandate in 1922. During the British Mandate, tension between the Jewish and Arab population increased. Okay, the state of Israel, and there is a boundary demarcation of Tel Aviv and Yaffo during 1948. Urban development. So from 1990 and onward, there is an urban development. The municipality of Tel Aviv Yaffo is currently working to beautify and modernize the port area. And you see now how beautiful the port area in Tel Aviv Yaffo is. In economy, 19th century, Jaffa was best known for its soap industry. Modern industry emerged in the late 1880s. The most successful enterprise were metalworking factories, the Templars that employed over 100 workers in 1990. Other factories produce orange crates, barrels, corks, noodles, ice, seltzer, candy, soap, olive oil, leather, alkali wine, cosmetics, and ink. Most of the newspapers and books printed in Ottoman Palestine were published in Jaffa, and also they are known for its reputation of the best pomegranates and shamuti oranges were the major crops. Citrons, lemons, and mandarin oranges were also grown in this region. Jaffa citrus industry began to flourish in the late quarter of the 19th century. Miller records that about 10 million oranges were being exported annually and that the town was surrounded by 300 or 400 orange gardens, each containing upward of 1,000 trees. According to demography, modern Jaffa has a heterogeneous population of Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Jaffa currently has 46,000 residents, of whom 30,000 are Jews, 16,000 are Arabs. Tabitha School in Jaffa was founded in 1863. It is owned by the Church of Scotland. The school provides education in English to children from Christian, Jewish, and Muslim backgrounds. Jaffa suffers from drug problems, high crime rate, and violence. The clock square with its distinctive clock tower was built in 1906 in honor of Sultan Abdul Hamid. The Saraya Governor's Palace was built in 1890. The Andromeda rock is a rock of which beautiful Andromeda was trained in Greek mythology. The zodiac alleys are a maze of restored alleys leading to the harbor. Jaffa Hill is a center for archaeological finds including restored Egyptian gates about 3,500 years old. Jaffa Lighthouse is an inactive lighthouse located in the old port. The Jaffa Museum of Antiquities is located in the 18th century Ottoman building constructed on the remains of a Crusader fortress. In 1811, Abu Nabut returned it into his seat of government. In the late 19th century, the government moved to the new Saraya. The buildings were sold. And of course, food is always included in a trip. So this is the Old Man and the Sea restaurant. The Old Man and the Sea restaurant is located in 85 Kedem Street in Jaffa. Was founded in 1999 by Yunus Ali. The restaurant has become a well-known legendary place where there is nearly no family from north to south of Israel that did not spend time there. The spacious spot set on a small hill in Jaffa overlooks the blue and captivating sea view. The restaurant offers guests with fresh Mediterranean food generously served. The Old Man and the Sea restaurant in Jaffa portrays a new Middle East where Arabs, Jews, and tourists from all around the world come together to enjoy fish, seafood, meat, plenty of salads, and hot pitas fresh from the tabun. In the background, you can hear different languages mingling together, and an Arabic birthday song played as one of the unique tradition customs of the place, while the waiters serve dessert with fireworks for guests celebrating. Ernest Hemingway's 1952 novel, The Old Man and the Sea, depicts the world of a poor Cuban fisherman who plies the wide sea. These elements of sea, fish, and noble nature have also inspired the establishment of the well-known restaurant on Jaffa Kedem Street, The Old Man and the Sea. Now, the restaurant has a branch out. It has a new location in Jaffa Harbor. The new setting corresponds with the restaurant's character. The boats anchoring at the marina, the pastoral combination of new and old, and the smell of the sea in the air complete its nature of the sea. This full-sized orange tree lives suspended in mid-air above the street of Jaffa. As visitors wander the streets of Jaffa Old Town, this fully grown orange tree that appears to float will certainly come as a surprise. However, the tree is actually suspended by chains hanging roughly 1 foot above the street. Despite being created by Israeli artist Ran Morin in 1993, this installation somehow looks at home within the ancient streets of Jaffa. The tree is fed through a deep system and continues to produce fruit. The roots are enclosed in a large earthenware container and the trunk emanates from a large crack near the top. It's as if the tree is breaking free of its confines into a warm courtyard air outside. Morin intended for the tree to draw parallels with society's relationship with nature. There are also many churches and monasteries, mosques, and of course archaeology excavation in Jaffa. The churches and monasteries, the Greek Orthodox monastery of Archangel Michael near Jaffa port also has Romanian and Russian communities in its community. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you like and share it and subscribe to my channel. Bye!